Hey, good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone watching us live on Twitch and everyone that is listening to the podcast right now. So I've had various ways I was thinking on what to say. Full disclosure, I wasn't even going to do this podcast as of yesterday. I just didn't feel right. I didn't want to do it with everything that's been going on in the United States the past week. People that follow me on social media, I'm sure you've seen I've been pretty active and pretty vocal about what's going on. I'm not here to recap that. I know there's a certain segment out there that does not like us to get political and to get into racism and all that. And while I do understand and respect that, please understand that this is our platform. So we are going to speak on it when necessary. And I'm not necessarily going to sit here and preach to you right now, other than to say that I am a 46-year-old African-American, black man living in America, and I have dealt with racism and police brutality my entire life. It is nothing new to me. What happened this week was not new to me. What Amy Cooper did this week was not new to me. It's just sad that it's 2020 and I have to have the same talk that my mother gave me 40 years ago, I've had to give to my children as well. And it's ridiculous. And when I say the talk means being an African American, you have to deal with the police a certain way to make sure that you, A, don't get your ass beat, B, get thrown in jail, or C, wind up dead. It's just the facts. You may not like that, but it's just the reality of where we are. And I think a lot of eyes were open to that in the world this week with what happened in Minnesota, because that's been our reality forever. So again, it's nothing new to me. It was not new to my kids because I had already taught them this reality. What I think is really happening is I think a lot of non-black people have had their eyes opened very wide to our reality. And that's why you're seeing so many protests around the world. I do not condone any of the violence that has happened, any of the looting, any of that stuff, because that is not right. I also don't condone people generalizing and grouping the entire police force into being scum and they're all murderers and this and that, because they're not. Some of my best friends in the world are police officers, and we talk about this stuff a lot. And they're not black either, they're white. And we talk about this even before any of this happened. Trust me, they're embarrassed right now. Not 99% of the police are good people. They're hardworking people trying to take care of their families and do their job, which is to protect us. And it's that small group that gives all of them a bad name. So we need to be respectful of our police, and we need to stop looting, and we need to stop all the violence that is happening in our country right now. And just overall, stop killing black people, period. And I will not apologize for that. I do not care if you're offended that I say that, because this is my reality, not yours. It is mine. And any other person of color would agree with me, because this is our life. This is our reality. This is how we have to traverse through the world. And now you see what we go through. You see that we have to give our freaking children a playbook on how to traverse through this world and not wind up getting killed. You now see that what white privilege looks like when you see an Amy Cooper, because she didn't want to follow the rules in Central Park, and how dare a black man tell her to follow said rules, she decided to weaponize her privilege and try to get the police to deal with him. That's scary for someone like me, because if he didn't have a video camera, he may have wound up being dead, in jail at best. So again, respectfully, because I love everybody, right? Obviously, I married a white woman. I have biracial children. I don't have hate in my heart. I don't have racism in my heart. The only thing that I ask of everyone is listen. Listen when these black voices are telling you what we go through. Listen. Understand, you don't have to be completely educated on it. You don't have to be a social justice warrior out there fighting the fight, but you need to listen and understand what we go through, and use your platforms to elevate those black voices that need to be heard. That's it. Because, there was a sign I saw. I went to a peaceful protest out here in my area, and I took two of my kids with me so they could see. And there was a sign I saw, and I put it on Instagram and Twitter, where a girl was holding up a sign saying, "Please don't judge me by my skin tone." And that's it. It's really that simple. Don't judge me because I'm a darker shade than you. Judge me because I'm the a-hole that I've always been, right? Don't judge me just because you see me, he's a little too dark, so he's X, Y, and Z. Judge me by my actions, not by my appearance. And that goes for anything. That goes for the police, everyone, right? As long as we do that, we'll be fine in this world. But I'll tell you this. What happened in Minnesota, what happened in New York this week, the protests we're seeing around the globe, this will not be the last time. I want people to understand that. This will happen again. Will it? But now we have more awareness to it. We're able to react to this, more. And it's so sad now, and I'll stop talking here. It's sad when my mother, who's 73 years old now, calls me yesterday, and she lives in Tampa, Florida. She calls me yesterday, and obviously she's concerned, checking up on me, the kids, the whole thing. But the sadness in her voice that she goes, "We're literally repeating everything I went through during the 60s. It's exactly the same. This is all the civil rights that we fought for in this country, all the marching, everything, the brutality, everything. It is an exact repeat is what she witnessed this week. And that's sad. That's sad. That was 50 years ago, and we're still talking about the same stuff. So that's it. That's all I have to say. I know I'm preachy. I apologize to the people that are here for video games, but it's something I had to say. I just had to say it, and we can now go back to your scheduled video game arguing about stupid pieces of plastic. Who really gives a crap about? But go ahead.